January 4th, 2014 at 3 a.m., patrol officers responded to a person's shot call at Canterbury Gardens Apartments. When they arrived, they found 3 victims suffering from gunshot wounds. 2 died at the scene, and the 3rd was transported to UF Health. Our investigation determined that the suspect drove Johnson back to the apartment after she finished working. Both Johnson and the suspect went inside the apartment where Robinson and our living victim were asleep in a bedroom. The suspect argued with Robinson because Robinson and our living victim would not let him sleep in the bed they were sleeping in. So he shot them both multiple times. Then, as Johnson tried to escape, he tracked her down and shot her multiple times. The suspect was arrested and has been charged with 2 counts of murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and 1 count of possession of firearm by convicted felon. And I'll give you the victims. The first victim is Emmanuel Robinson. He's 21 years old. The second victim is Latricia Johnson, and she's 21 years old as well. And we have a 3rd victim that's currently recovering in the hospital, expected to recover. And I'll take any questions that you have.
The relationships.
Your name and who you're...
Leslie Corsi, Action News. Can you tell me the relationships between these people? Were they family, friends?
They were all friends. They had known each other, I guess, about a year. With Johnson and the suspect, at one point they were boyfriend, girlfriend, but they all knew each other.
Including Collins, Dana Train Times Union. Collins knew them? You said they were all friends?
Yeah, they were all friends.
So, okay. He was also a, quote, friend.
Yes, that's correct. Certainly.
Frank Powers from Channel 4. So it was Robinson or the unnamed woman who told him he couldn't sleep where he wanted to sleep?
Robinson told him that he couldn't sleep in the bed that they were. Basically, the suspect wanted the bed that they were sleeping in, wanted them to get out of that bed and go sleep in another room.
And he was going to sleep with the unnamed victim?
I don't have that answer for you if that's what was going to happen or not. But I just know that he wanted that bed that they were sleeping in.
Dana Train again. Who was the other victim, the unknown, the one you have a name? What's her name?
She's a living victim. I don't want to release that right now because it's an active investigation, and she's being cooperative with us. I don't think that information is contained in the rest of the booking report. We typically don't, with the living victims. I don't feel comfortable releasing it at this time.
Leslie Corsi again. Was there any indication that the suspect had been living there at all? Did he sleep there regularly?
He had stayed there on and off. I don't think it was a regular thing that he had spent the night, but.
Any other questions?
Yeah. How did you, Frank Powers,
yes,
how did you arrest this guy?
He was arrested off of Bay Meadows Road. He was actually at a recording studio. But basically, the living victim is cooperative with our investigations.
So you knew where to look for him?
Yeah. Well, we have an idea.
Okay.
Whenever we have those, we get arrest warrants for these murder suspects. Our criminal apprehension team basically gets the information, and that's what they do. They track down criminals and arrest them.
And not looking for anybody else?
No, we don't have any outstanding suspects.
Dana Train, what was the recording studio?
I think you went first, Dana.
So, I'm sorry.
Mr. Powers.
Yes. Could you put in context this blessed weekend we just had? I mean, you got this one. You got the guy who got his head beaten in with a baseball bat because of an argument over barbecue. How do you put that in a context?
I don't. It's horrific and senseless, and it's a tragedy. And our hearts and thoughts go out with the victims and families that are suffering from this weekend. This crime and all the crimes that we've had this weekend, the violent week we had, they're not related to each other. These are single, separate incidents. Dana?
What's the name of the recording studio where he was?
I don't have that information.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Chief.
Thank
you, Chief.